Hello everyone, good evening. How has been your day? I'm Bukumi. Welcome to City on Hill. City on Hill is a platform that encourages both young and old on how to navigatively start any project or plans that you have envisioned. Through this training, I believe you'll be able to take a brilliant bold step to start your dream goals and projects. So last week we concluded our training on strategic planning, which I discussed about structuring your business or projects, assessing business capabilities, you determine your business actions, and you identify your business challenges. We also talked about formulating our business initiatives and generating a strategic roadmap, which brings us to the topic we are going to discuss this week, which is action plans. Action plan is useful to have for each area of the resources center's work, such as fundraising, selecting and ordering materials, organizing materials, computerization, and providing information services. This is also very important, networking. There are some points we are going to discuss this week. Number one, you need to set objectives. If you want a smooth action plan, there's need for you to set objectives. You need to identify clear objectives that will guide your work for you to be able to achieve the resources center's aim. Don't be over ambitious. Your objectives need to be achievable, and they also need to be measurable. Let's say, for example, a certain number of activities you carried out within a certain period. They need to be measurable so that you can know whether you have achieved them. The question that should always be on your mind is, what do you want to achieve? What did I want to achieve? What do we want to achieve? When the purpose of a thing is known, abuse is inevitable. Be specific so that you'll be able to meet all the needs that is required. After setting your objectives, you need to assess the objectives also. What do I mean by this? Assessing your objective will help you to determine whether or not the objectives is appropriate. It may also result in confirming the objectives. If the objective is compatible with what you want, or you feel you can abandon it, and if the need be, you can reverse it. Confirming the objectives will help you. You need to know this by asking yourself this question: is the objective compatible with the resources center's aim and objectives? If it is yes, you know that to yourself, and if it's no, you abandon it. And the next question you ask yourself is, are the necessary resources such as funds, the equipment that is required, and the staff, are they available to reach these objectives? If not, are they obtainable? Are they obtainable? And where, when are they obtainable? There is also need for you to ask yourself this: what problem might arise in working to achieve these objectives? You should know the problem that may arise. So when all this self-awareness is known and met, it wouldn't be difficult to meet up with your aim and objectives. However, there are some example of resources that is needed to carry out the objectives, such as the staff time, relevant materials. There is need for you to know the authentic materials you need to carry out your objectives, where they are obtainable and when they are obtainable. So the next action plan is that you identify the action required to achieve the objectives. Identify the action required to achieve the objective. So in this case, A series of tasks need to be identified for the objectives to be achieved. So you need to list out these steps. Ask yourself, what tasks are necessary, in what order to meet the objectives. You need to know the order, the series on how to meet up with the objectives. Identifying the action that is required. You need to plan the content of the information. Decide how you will distribute them. You also need to calculate the costs and the staff time, and make sure that funds and time are available. It is also very important for you to allocate responsibilities. Gather the required information. Be well informed. You can contact other organizations the way they do their own things. However, this will help you to understand more on how to accomplish the goal you set to achieve. Learn adequately from their experience. Where they make mistake, it will not be repeated from your own hand. If the need be, request permission from the publisher to photocopy their materials to guide you through. Prepare evaluation forms, also photocopy materials that will help you as a guideline. Our 4 major points of action plans is that you work out how to evaluate the activities. Plans for finding out how far the activity has achieved its objectives needs to be built into the action plan. Always have this question in mind: how will we know whether we have achieved our objectives? Then incorporate plans for evaluation into your action plans. Number 5, agree a time frame. Identify each task. Work out how long it will take and when it needs to be done. This will help you to see whether your action plan is on schedule or whether you need to modify the schedules. Ask yourself this question: what is the actual time required for each individual task? So be careful not to underestimate. When will each step be completed? Example, total of 18 days or over 3 months, depending on the task. 6th point, assess the action plan. Have this question in your mind: how will you know whether the individual tasks has been performed? Next, have you allowed for possible interruptions? Have you tried to do too much or too little? And action plans must be realistic if it is to work. It is easy to overestimate what you can do, leading to disappointment and failure. This brings us to the next step: finalize the action plan. Reverse the action plan. Obtain feedback and comments from colleagues. If the need be, reverse it again. Next week we are going to discuss Go Getter. Thank you for listening to this week edition. Don't forget to like and share this post for others to be able to learn. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Akanbi Oluwabukumi. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Akanbi Oluwabukumi. TikTok, City on Hill. You can also listen to this program on Audiomack. Don't forget to follow me. Thank you.